The hidden joy of aging alone. Why your best years start now. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity, and in the quiet of your later years lies the greatest opportunity of all, to finally become who you truly are. Inspired by Albert Einstein, welcome to the Golden Years. Wisdom Channel, the place where your best years truly begin. If this content speaks to your heart, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Your story matters. Your wisdom matters. This community was built for you. The gift of starting over, rediscovering who you are beyond the roles you once played. There comes a beautiful, unexpected moment, perhaps in the hush of an early morning or the soft glow of an afternoon, when you realize that life has handed you something extraordinary, the freedom to begin again. After decades of caring for others, working tirelessly, and placing everyone else first, you now have the greatest luxury of all, time to rediscover yourself. Eleanor, at 78, picked up a paintbrush for the first time in 60 years and wept with joy at the colors she had forgotten she loved. This is not an ending, dear friend. This is a magnificent, unwritten chapter, and every single word belongs to you. As the great Maya Angelou once said, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Your passions did not die. They were only resting, waiting patiently for this very moment to bloom again. What have you been longing to explore? The quiet power of solitude, learning to love your own company as a lifelong companion. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. Many seniors speak of solitude with fear, but those who lean into it discover one of life's most profound treasures, the deep, unshakable companionship of their own soul. Raymond, 84, began waking at dawn each morning, sitting by his window with a cup of tea, listening to the birds, and found a peace he had never known in 50 years of busy living. It was not loneliness. It was freedom. Solitude is where you meet yourself, truly, honestly, gently. Rainer Maria Rilke wrote, I live my life in widening circles that reach out across the world. In your later years, those circles turn beautifully inward, revealing riches that no amount of noise or busyness could ever uncover. Embrace the quiet. It is not a void. It is a garden waiting for you to walk through it. Your space, your sanctuary, shaping the world around you to reflect the person you have become. Have you ever looked around your home and felt it truly reflected your soul? For so many years, our living spaces were shaped by compromise, by what others needed, preferred, or demanded. Now, perhaps for the first time, your home can become a genuine sanctuary, a place so perfectly yours that walking through the door feels like an embrace. Margaret, 91, rearranged her cottage at her own pace, placing flowers where she loved them, dimming the lamps just so, and said, I finally feel like I am living inside my own heart. Every corner you arrange, every chair you place by the window, every photograph you choose to display, these are quiet declarations of who you are. William Morris believed that we should have nothing in our homes that we do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful. What beautiful, useful things define your truest self? Surround yourself with them and watch how deeply your spirit breathes. Freedom is a morning without an alarm. Embracing independence is one of life's most precious gifts. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine waking up without an alarm, rising only when your body is ready, making your breakfast at a pace that feels like breathing, choosing the entire shape of your day based on nothing but what your heart desires. This is not a fantasy. This is the extraordinary independence that your golden years now offer. George, at 76, told us that making his own soup on a Tuesday afternoon, listening to jazz with no one else to consider, was the first time he truly understood the word freedom. Independence is not selfishness. It is self-knowledge in its most graceful form. As philosopher Simone de Beauvoir wrote, to will oneself free is also to will others free. When you live fully and freely, you become a luminous example to everyone around you that age is not a diminishing, it is an expanding. Every day that is yours to shape is a masterpiece waiting to be lived. The deeper bonds of chosen connection. How living on your own terms deepens the love you give and receive. Here is a beautiful paradox that so many seniors discover. When you stop surrounding yourself with noise and obligation, the relationships that remain grow incomparably deeper. Without the constant hum of daily demands, you begin to truly see the people you love, and they begin to truly see you. Vivian, 82, started hosting a small Sunday tea for two dear friends, and she told us those 2 hours each week held more genuine laughter, honesty, and warmth than entire decades of crowded gatherings ever had. You are no longer maintaining connections out of habit or duty. You are choosing them, and there is no greater honor you can offer another person than a freely chosen presence. Helen Keller, who understood profound isolation, wrote, "Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. Choose your companions with joy, meet them with your whole heart, and watch the richness that grows between two souls who are truly, freely present." Healing from the inside out, finding peace within yourself through reflection, grief, and grace. Not every part of these golden years is easy, and we would never pretend otherwise. Loss walks alongside us. Grief visits without warning. There are mornings when the silence feels heavy rather than peaceful, and the empty chair at the table speaks louder than any voice. We see you, dear friend. We honor every ache you carry. Dorothy, 88, lost her husband of 61 years and spent months simply sitting with her grief, writing in a journal, and slowly, gently, the writing became her healing, her bridge back to herself. C.S. Lewis wrote, "Grief is the price we pay for love, and it is worth every penny. Your sorrow is not a weakness. It is the proof of a life lived with tremendous depth and feeling. Give yourself full permission to heal at your own pace, in your own way. Journal, walk, cry when you need to. And know that on the other side of grief, there is an extraordinary tenderness, a gentleness with yourself and others that only loss can teach. Growth has no expiration date. The remarkable truth that learning and becoming never stop. There is a stubborn and wonderful lie that society sometimes whispers, that after a certain age, we stop growing, stop learning, stop becoming. But the most radiant seniors we know prove the opposite every single day. Arthur, at 96, began learning to play the harmonica, not to perform for anyone, not to impress, simply because the music made something in his chest feel alive. He played with the delight of a child and the depth of a man who has lived almost a century of stories. Michelangelo was still designing buildings in his 80s. Grandma Moses began painting at 78 and became one of America's most celebrated artists. Goethe completed his masterpiece Faust at 82. The hunger to create, to learn, to contribute, it never truly leaves us. It only waits for us to say yes. What is one small, joyful thing you could begin learning today? Even the attempt is a triumph. Even the trying is a form of flourishing. The art of beautiful simplicity, letting go of what no longer serves you to embrace what truly does. There is a profound lightness that arrives when we finally release what we no longer need, not just objects, but obligations, resentments, worries, and expectations that were never truly ours to carry. Simplifying is not giving up. It is a conscious, courageous act of choosing what matters. Constance, at 83, gave away 3 boxes of belongings she had held for 30 years and described the feeling as putting down a weight I didn't even know I was carrying, and suddenly being able to breathe. Henry David Thoreau, who understood the beauty of an uncomplicated life, wrote, "Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. In your later years, simplicity is not limitation, it is liberation. When you strip away what is unnecessary, what remains is luminous, your health, your joy, your relationships, your morning light. These are the riches that matter. This is the life that, in quiet moments of honesty, you always knew you wanted. And it is yours, right now, exactly as you are. And so, dear friend, whether you are 60, 70, 80, 90, or well past 100, we want you to hear this clearly and carry it with you. Your life is not winding down. It is opening up in ways that younger years simply could not hold. You have earned every quiet morning, every self-chosen afternoon, every relationship deepened by wisdom and time. The stories of Eleanor, Raymond, Margaret, George, Vivian, Dorothy, Arthur, and Constance are not extraordinary exceptions. They are the ordinary, beautiful possibilities waiting inside your own days. You are not alone on this path. This community walks beside you, not in front, not behind, but together, shoulder to shoulder, sharing the wisdom of these golden years. Let this be the beginning of your most intentional, most joyful, most authentically you chapter yet. The best is not behind you. The best, dear friend, is quietly, brilliantly unfolding right now. Now it is your turn. We would love to hear from you in the comments below. What part of today's message touched your heart most deeply? Have you discovered a new passion, found peace in solitude, or experienced the gift of simplicity? Share your story. Your words may be the very encouragement another senior needs today.